Hi everyone, I'm Marshall Carper and welcome back to Marketing Monday. Today we're talking about some of the hidden challenges of marketing internationally. So whenever we talk about international marketing, usually we're talking about some form of translations, because if we're entering a new market in a new continent, in a new country, many times English is not the primary language. So if you don't translate your message, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities to connect with this new audience. But translation, as straightforward as that sounds, is not the end of the process. So just getting the literal version of your message into a new language is step one. There's several other steps that follow. So once you translate your message, you should localize your message. That means you need to have someone that's not just fluent in the language, but also familiar with the culture, run through the message to make sure that you're using the right turns of phrase, the right expressions. That way you can accurately communicate and also not make any cultural faux pas, because a lot of times an expression in one region will be interpreted very different in another, and that can lead to some really strange challenges. Now, as part of localization, you also need to consider design. When you're laying out your message, a lot of times cultural implications and cultural trends can change how the design of your message should be laid out or should be put together. So for example, if you're translating to a language that reads right to left instead of left to right, that's a very different user experience, and it's definitely one that you should take into account as you build out this new marketing strategy. Because if you apply the traditional left to right, traditional for your culture maybe, to your design, you might end up creating a pretty poor user experience for a language that reads the opposite direction. And that can hurt you a lot more than you realize, and you might never even realize why. You just will see that people aren't quite engaging with your content. So when you market internationally, make sure you keep those two things in mind, localization and design, because they can go a long way towards boosting your impact or hindering it. Hope that helps, and I'll see you guys next week for the next installment of Marketing Monday.